Can I speak with an officer real quick before I handle my complaint?
Okay, all right. And what is your name?
Ian Olson?
Okay, give me 1 second.
Are you?
Be with you in just a second, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
What's that? Yeah, it's right here now. Yeah.
The West 194 North 9501 rolling up circle. In memory here for resident National Council leader, not responding. Yeah. And that was
Mr. Olson, come on in, sir.
All right.
Mr. Olson, come on in, sir. How are you?
All right.
Good. My name is Deputy Chief DeBarge. Nice to meet you.
George.
Yes. Would you like to have a seat?
I would.
All right. What can I help you with today?
I'm here to submit a complaint and everything. I'm here to express my thoughts and opinions about some of my interactions with your department and your officers.
Okay.
I was here to express my opinion and everything. I'm pretty thorough in my type of complaints and everything that I've
Sure.
filed in the past. I have previous relationship with Brookfield.
Okay.
Filing complaints with them and everything. I'm gonna be honest. I expect the same response from your department as I got from them. In regards to my complaint, I disagree with it fundamentally, but you guys have your own process and everything.
Right.
I just would hope that you would take my complaint serious, look into it, and try to separate yourself from, the uniform and put yourself within the law and what I'm stating. I don't expect a rapid response to this and everything. I just want to get, formally submitted, get a formal response eventually.
Absolutely. And we take complaints very seriously, so there will be investigation into the matter. Do you mind, do you know who the officer you are making a complaint against?
Yeah, for this one, it's,
Majewski?
Yeah, Majewski.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest. It's not really his fault that what happened.
Okay.
But he listened to hearsay, lies, did not come to me for any sort of investigation into the matter, did not question me about it and everything. He just took one side of the story, made his judgment, and then you guys implemented a trespassing order against me. I personally view that as unconstitutional.
Okay.
A violation of my rights in response to me exercising my rights, but there's layers to this. All right, it goes from one person to another before it gets to you guys.
Okay.
And
is this in reference to the VFW
yes.
trespass order?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys did not respond to the scene on the day of the incident. You guys were contacted roughly 20 days after the incident.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you can trespass me 20 days after the incident without being party to it and everything, but
You understand it's a private business or it's a business, right? And if they don't want you on property, that they're able to issue a trespass letter to you?
I get that.
Okay.
It's the reasonable justification for the trespass order that I've never gotten an explanation to.
Okay.
And I'm very confused about what I did wrong on
Sure.
that day.
Okay.
Like I know why I got the trespassing order.
Yeah.
It's because I handed a letter to one of the members of the VFW who
Okay.
happened to be an active service member.
Sure.
He was the only one that I handed this letter to.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it kind of like as we were walking out the door.
Okay.
My letters to the government, which have always come as recommendations from the government, even the officer that called me after talking to the VFW recommended writing a letter. Every time I follow you guys' advice, I get punished for exercising my rights. It's not you directly, but I have these repeated experiences with different parts of the government.
Okay.
And it's a pattern. I can't really do anything about it besides express my feelings through a complaint. Where it goes from there is solely up to you guys.
Okay. And like I said, I don't know the full circumstances behind that previous complaint. Obviously, we're going to have to look into it further. Was it just on Officer Majewski, or were there multiple officers involved?
There is a conspiracy involved against my rights. Other officers with this particular incident, no.
Okay. So the complaints against Officer Majewski and how he handled that call at the VFW.
Yeah,
Is that-
technically my complaints against Scott Reed, who was the active duty Air Force service member that I handed a letter to, and Officer Majewski, but the person who called you guys was the commander.
Right.
You know, he's civilian.
Right.
Okay.
And you understand that when you're making your officer complaint, that's I can only investigate as far as and have any ramifications against our officers, right, and not the active service member.
Listen, all I've ever really wanted from you guys, like not you personally,
Yeah.
but government in general, is an apology, some sort of acknowledgement. I've never gotten that.
Okay.
I don't think I ever will, but it doesn't hurt and keep trying when I find the opportunity.
Sure.
But yeah, like I gave a letter to an active duty Air Force member, which is First Amendment fundamental rights. It's a petition. Then he took that letter to his commanding officer, went through big channels.
Okay.
And then they filtered it through the commander, which he's private citizen. He's the in charge of the place and everything. It's private property. So through him, the government tries to separate themselves from that, but the government cannot coerce any private business to
That's
infringe upon my rights.
Okay.
It's exactly what they did. And unfortunately, you guys are the ones responsible for law and order.
Can I take a look at what you have there, just to make sure I
It's
understand?
extensive.
That's fine.
I actually included the letter that I handed to Scott Reed because the government likes to label this as a manifesto. It is a petition. It is my opinion.
Sure.
If
And I've never read it before or anything like that.
I know,
so-
and that's the problem. They just throw the word manifesto on it,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden everything about it's fundamentally wrong, when everything about it is fundamentally First Amendment rights. And then I got you guys' police report. I got a lot of notes. I even have written testimony about the interaction of that day, because I never got the chance to explain my side of the story before being punished, essentially, through you guys. Which I understand you guys are just doing your job, all right? But when you're doing your job off of limited information, it can cost someone like me their rights and freedoms. Not intentionally, but it's just other people manipulating the situation before it even gets to you guys.
Sure.
And unfortunately, police and military, you guys are close relatives. You know, a lot of police officers are veterans. They served. There's that brotherhood that, you guys stand in solidarity in almost every circumstance, even when it's wrong. So
Do you mind if I take a look? I just want to make sure, first off, I got all your contact information.
it's just it's gonna take you a little while to go
That's
through
fine,
it all.
that's fine. And like I said,
Like I
we will
said,
respond to this. So and this is the best telephone number for
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just looking for you guys to look into it and take the matter seriously.
Sure.
Do not come back at me with the unfounded and exaggerated claims.
This gentleman here, this is a dispatcher.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Because he's the one that received
So
it. and
the
everything.
complaints against our officer Montiel.
He's the one that's responsible.
Yeah.
I acknowledge that and everything. It's just I like to follow the transfer of information because that's always been my problem is within the transfer of information.
Sure. No, and that's fine. Like I said, I just want to be known that I can't investigate any. If you're mentioning him in a complaint.
No,
Okay.
It's,
So it's
it's only supervisors, the people that are labeled within your guys' paperwork as responsible for the officers doing the work that's being written. Like, those are the people that I hold my complaints and allegations against because they are the responsible.
Sure.
ones.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, this obviously is going to take a little bit to go through and investigate.
This letter on the at the end here,
Yeah.
it's 10 pages, it's small fine print and everything.
Okay.
It takes a little while to go through. It's not really connected to the actions of officer.
Sure, but you want to give the full details on what
I want
letter you
you-
gave and everything else.
I want
so.
you to understand why they requested me to be trespassed to begin with, because it's fundamentally infringing upon my First Amendment rights, and you guys are exercising your judicial authority to implement their request.
Okay. Do you have, so I got your cell phone number on here. Do you have an email address you use at all, or is everything by?
I do. There was no place to put it.
Okay, do you mind if I write that down?
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's see here, email, I'll go, email. And what email address do you, sir?
IanOlsonLegal@yahoo.com.
You say AOL.com?
Yahoo.
Yahoo, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. Obviously, like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time just to go through.
That's fine.
We'll just follow up and keep you in the loop. Hey, we reviewed this. We're looking into it.
I'm just looking for you guys to look into it honestly and hopefully objectively.
Sure.
I have my presumptions and assumptions of the outcome of it. But at the end of the day, I at least got to express.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we appreciate you coming down. Obviously, if we can do something different.
I'm not looking to have conflict with members in uniform and authority and everything. There's times where I disagree with your guys' judgment and actions, but it doesn't mean that I'm anti-cop, anti-authority.
No,
even though that I have that label plastered all over my records by FBI, Brookfield, who else knows.
Sure.
So they use these labels to demonize me and vilify me before people get the opportunity to know me. And unfortunately, defamation has led to losses in my rights and freedoms.
Okay. All right. Well, again, I appreciate you dropping this off. We'll look into the matter. It's going to take a little bit of time, as I explained. We'll keep you in the loop of what's going on, either by email
If it takes an extra bit of time to be a little thorough in investigating it, like, I'm completely comfortable with that.
Okay.
I'm just looking for you guys to approach it honestly.
Excellent. All right. Anything else to add?
Do you have a business card?
I do, yes.
I ask for them every time just because
No, that's
I like to
No, you
remember.
Yep.
It's also a little memorial ticket.
Okay.
So I try to have positive interactions with officers.
Understandable. All right, sir. Well, thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you for speaking with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate a member of seniority here coming down and speaking with me.
Absolutely.
Like I really appreciate you doing that.
Not a problem at all. Again, thank you, and we'll follow up with you and let you know kind of where we're at, okay?
All right.
All right.
You have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Take care.